Hey Sagittarius, it's me Stella Wilde with your May 2019 Intuitive Tarot reading. So I was tuning in before I turned on the camera and I just want to share with you I got an audience message for you. Sometimes I get visuals, sometimes I get audience. And for you, the question for May is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? And for some Sagittarians, there's also a little crack in the glass. And you may not be aware of it until the liquid starts leaking out. So this is an image, this is just take that for, what it's worth, what it may mean to you. This is a general reading, so that image may resonate with you. That situation may resonate with you. I think it's a matter of perspective this month, Sagittarius. So let's see what the cards have to say. So this is a general reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, it's general. And we're looking at the energies, right? We're looking at the energies that come out in the cards and how they might surface in your life in May. And it's about how you can use the energies to better your life. That's really the point of this. To help you on your journey. Okay. Your spiritual journey. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. If you have a personal concern, please book a private reading with me. The information, this didn't break right. The information is in the description. Okay, let's see. Let's do one more. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what we have. We're going to be using the regular Rider-Waite Tarot and John Holland Tarot and some Oracle cards. So we have here the Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords upside down. That's interesting because the Six of Swords upside down to me is really this idea of the perspective, of the willingness to change, to move, to grow, and not go backward, go back to old patterns and behaviors that keep you stuck in, it keep you really mentally enslaved to a situation, because the swords, of course, relate to one's mind. But we'll get back to that. I feel like these two things go together. We'll see what else comes out with the other cards, and we'll come back to that card. But there is a fresh new energy coming in May, Sagittarius, related to your finances and to your emotional well-being. I think that there will be a shift in your finances that gives you greater peace of mind. And this is something that's been in the works probably for about a year, about a month. It depends with the timing with this and your personal situation, but it's something that's the universe, I think, has been kind of working behind the scenes and trying to make this manifest for you. This can also be with the Six of Swords upside down. This can be an opportunity coming from a past association. That is quite possible. But I feel like it's going to really make you feel much more emotionally secure, relieved. I mean, really a sense of relief about it. So this is excellent energy. This is probably a job, money, a new project, something like that. Something very tangible. Not necessarily a love offer, although it might be with the Page of Cups by it, but I'm not interpreting it that way. I think this is really to do with your finances, Sagittarius. This can also, though, be, depending on your situation, a fresh new feeling of finally seeing the glass half full rather than half empty, because you're feeling much more in charge of your destiny, much more comfortable that the tide is turning, so to speak. You're feeling more emotionally fulfilled because your finances are in better shape. So, or should be in May. The opportunity is there in May to get a fresh start, a fresh handle on your finances. If you have any Pisces in your chart, since we have a Pisces card here, if you have your Pisces moon, if you have moon in Pisces, Pisces rising, go watch the Pisces video, because a lot of that was about money and managing money. We will get back to this card. Let's tune in with some other tarot cards and see what else we have. So if money is not a concern for you, and it may not be, this Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles is about a fresh start, really, in your well-being, in your self-esteem, in your well-being, in your emotional body, just feeling so much more grounded and centered and whole and complete in May. Okay, all right, let's see what else we have going on. You really have to be careful that you don't sabotage yourself, Sagittarius, by going back to old defeating patterns of thought that lead to unhealthy behaviors. That's the other thing to do with this Six of Swords upside down. All right, let's see what else. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. So we have the Five of Swords here. This, to me, is related to this Six of Swords upside down. The 5 goes to the 6. So because of some maybe recent setback you had, you might have had it in April, you might have been feeling a little tender, you may have been feeling, I'll get to these two in a second, you may have been feeling like you've stumbled, like you really lost the plot there for a minute, and so you resorted back to behaviors, to patterns of thought that were very unhealthy. So, but what the beauty is in this card is that there is the light here, and the light is here, and there are people, presences that want to help you. The light of truth is here in this situation, and I mean, you're looking at it. You know what the truth is. You know deep down, Sagittarius, what the truth is for you and what is causing you to stumble on your path. What is it about your own thought process, your own possibly limiting beliefs, possibly self-sabotaging beliefs that cause you to remain, misaligned on your path, really, so that you end up going down into the darkness instead of going toward the light. So that's something to really take a look at this month. That's coming up for you again. We had a very interesting March and April, very interesting readings for Sagittarius. They were rather spiritually heavy. There's some spiritual karmas and issues that some Sagittarians are really wrestling with, dealing with, as Jupiter and Neptune square, and that's affecting you. We also have the Two of Cups here and the Four of is this the Pentacles? This is the Four of Pentacles. Sometimes this deck makes me forget. No, this is the Four of Wands. Okay. Four of Wands. The Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this goes with this other energy as well here. It could be, for some Sagittarians, that you might be feeling, if you're in a relationship, you're feeling very loved up. Let's just put it that way. If you're in a relationship now, Sagittarius, it is a meeting of the minds. And look at this beautiful Four of Wands card. It's just, the rainbow, the home is secure. You're perhaps wanting to start a family. If you're in a committed relationship and, you're really loved up. Look, because there's a third person here. So there could be a pregnancy on the way. You could be talking about pregnancy, talking about adoption, whatever the case may be. This could even be adopting a pet as well, bringing a third loving energy into your little family that you're building. So that's a possibility. Am I going out of focus? A possibility as well, Sagittarius. Because remember, this is a general reading. So that is possibly the manifestation of that energy as well. For others of you, there is the longing for this. And perhaps the sabotage, the going back to old behaviors, feeling conflict and defeat over not maybe having this situation yet manifesting in your life. So it's kind of like, again, like looking at the glass, half full, half empty. And what is the cup that you have to offer somebody? If your perspective is looking at the glass as half empty, then is that really optimal? This is something to think about. Optimal in terms of attracting a potential soulmate into your life. Are you going to share a half empty glass with somebody else or a half full glass? That is something to think about, Sagittarius. So some of you, yes, may be yearning for this, but there is an aspect of your psyche surrounding wanting this that still needs to be addressed. This is possibly also going back to, because the Six of Swords upside down is coming back, returning. This is moving away, out of harm's way. This is like going back into the fire. So it could be that you may not literally return to an old relationship in May, but you could be perhaps beating yourself up over an old relationship. You could be doing the coulda, woulda, shouldas about that old relationship. You could be feeling possibly, conflict and defeat over, recrimination, self-recrimination. Did I do something wrong? Why is it over? How come it couldn't be this? Like that type of energy could still be lingering, but it's because you've got to work it out of your system. Because again, it's the idea of what kind of cup are you offering someone else? Okay. Because it's possible with this Page of Cups energy here, it's possible that somebody would like to offer you a cup as well this month. It's possible. And are you going to be able to see that cup as a genuine offer, as one that is half full? You could be wondering, why are they offering me a cup? Being suspicious and not trusting it when you very much want some sort of connection. So again, it's a general reading. So all these possibilities are there when we are speaking in general for thousands of Sagittarians who watch the video, okay? But, so it's very interesting energy that's here. Maybe that's the other thing I was feeling with that glass half full, half empty. I feel it's quite possible. I don't think it's good to have this very, this or that thinking, but it's possible that some Sagittarians are really just, the glass half full. It's happening for you right now. And other Sagittarians are the glass is half empty. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's probably one thing or the other right now for Sagittarians. So, because again, it's general. It depends on so many different things, your individual circumstances, your own birth chart, the transits, blah, 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 lots of different possibilities. But I'm feeling that. I mean, even seeing that image of the glass half full or half empty, it's a very like this or that energy. So let's pull a few oracle cards. I think it's the idea of looking for the crack, because for some of you, there was a crack in the glass. I was seeing it, and it's leaking out. I mean, you have to think about that metaphor in terms of your own situation. Like, what is that crack in the glass for you? Is it an old hurt that needs to be mended? Is it, a shift in perspective? Does that particular glass have to be just thrown out in the trash? And you need a whole new set of glassware. All right, I'm speaking in metaphor here, but I hope that you relate to what I'm saying. That the energy is around you. I mean, these things, if you're feeling the lack of these things, you have to understand that these things are still around you, though. The possibility is there for you to have this relationship and this loving home life. It's there. It's in the ethers. It's not only a matter of this, but this is a large part of it. Shifting the perspective and thinking, again, doing the work, the inner work, shifting the perspective and figuring out the type of glass that you're offering somebody. And quite frankly, filling your own cup first, nurturing yourself first, working on your own stuff first, so that you are coming to somebody else with an offer that is of a full cup. All right. Also, for some Sagittarians in May, there will be something to celebrate. With that Four of Wands, there's always this, this 4 card. There's always, well, actually always, but 99% of the time, there's something that is a celebratory nature, a good news type card. You could also be going to some sort of graduations. I mean, that's in evidence, and it's the time of year for that. Graduations, things like that. You yourself may be graduating, but there is a celebration. There will be some good news, especially also we have that Page of Cups and that Ace of Pentacles. So there will be some good news for you this month as well, Sagittarius. If you've been looking for a job, the energy is good for that as well. With that Ace of Pentacles there, fresh start. Will the job necessarily manifest in May? Possibly. It might manifest in June, in about a month. That's possible also. But the energy is good for putting feelers out there and getting some sort of favorable response. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right, that one's sticking. Let's take that one. That one's popping out. Let's take that one. Do one more. All right, we'll take that one. Look at the card, Broken Heart, right there. Archangel Michael, the first chakra. So family, roots, foundation. That card came up already. And we have the journey card. So, which ties in with our Six of Swords upside down. Are you moving forward? Are you moving back? Which direction are you going in? Look at all the signs here. Which direction are you going in? She's stopped here on the road. Is she going to choose to go backwards or forwards? So, this is the question for you, Sagittarius, with this card upside down. And this has got to be looked at. Look, it's the crack. It's the crack in the glass. Once fell in love, and it was a gas. Then it turned out I had a heart of glass, So, yeah, we get hurt. Our hearts shatter sometimes in a million little pieces. But we hopefully heal. And it's about healing that broken heart, because I know Sagittarius, because this energy's coming up. Some of you, like I said, want this so badly. How can you mend a broken heart? I'm quoting all these song lyrics now. I mean, how do you do this? That's part of your spiritual journey right now. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. You've got to figure it out for yourself. Everybody has a different way. It's part of your growth and your learning. But there's also something deep within your root chakra. So the family of origin, that's related to this. Because look at the colors on both of these too. It's very similar colors in these cards. Where look at the green healing colors and the green, and I know this is a different deck, but the green and gold here and the green and gold here. So it's, you know, a new love would be a new spiritual journey for you, Sagittarius. But it's this issue. There are perhaps some family of origin issues, ways of relating in committed partnerships that need to still be healed, brought up, because they're part and parcel of understanding what's going on here and why this is still cracked. Because I think for some Sagittarians, this heartbreak, I mean, it can be the heartbreak that stems from some sort of childhood trauma. Yes, that's very possible. But I also feel that some Sagittarians, this breakup happened a while ago. And I mean a while ago. Like a year, 2 years, 3 years ago. A while ago. And while we all have our own timetable on healing, this is very true. And I don't think anybody should rush their healing process. No. However, I would suggest that you think about, not so much, I don't want to say why isn't this healed yet, but could this be healed a little more? Like why is it taking so long? Again, everybody has their own timetable. So I don't want to say it should have been done by now because you know. But it's just something I want you to think about, Sagittarius, on your journey. If this is the case for you, and it's a general reading, so, and it's going to probably, this energy's coming up for May. So it's the idea of looking at this so that you can heal it and move on and manifest the relationship that I feel is right around the corner. It's knocking on your door energetically, in the ethers. It's wanting to come in. It does. It wants to come in. But some of you are too wrapped up in the past and sabotaging yourself. Okay? That's for, general reading. Some of you also, if all this other stuff that I just said does not apply, some of you are going to be going on some sort of interesting excursion in May. And I think you have several choices as to where you want to go with all these different signposts here. And I mean a literal journey, not just a spiritual journey. You are going to, or you could be booking the journey in May and you go later on. Maybe in about 2 months you go because of the 2 card here. So, number 2. So there is this, hopeful wanderlust I'm hearing for some of you. And I think it's possible that you're even going with your partner. So for those of you who are happily coupled, I think part of your journey in this May is also possibly planning your first trip together. And you really get to know a person when you travel with them. You really do. So, for some Sagittarians, that's going to be an interesting experience in about 2 months, I feel. But it could be this month also. It just, depends on your circumstance. There might be a little trip like in May, and then you're planning a bigger trip in about 2 months. So that would be July. About July. All right, let's pull an angel answer card and see what we have here. Okay, this one is popping toward me. So think of a question. I'll give you a moment to think of a question. We will reveal the answer and see also how it applies to this reading. Don't stop. I'm not really sure, honestly. I'm thinking, how does that apply to this reading? I mean, maybe don't stop, trying to figure this out. I think, this This is the potential for having an epiphany this month, a spiritual breakthrough in terms of what is going on with you, if this applies, is there for you. I also feel some of you are doubting a path that you're on. Trust it. Don't stop going on that path. Don't be second guessing it. Okay, so I think that that's applicable to some. But if you asked a question, there's your answer. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful. Leave me a comment. Let me know how the energy resonates for you and how you're going to use the energy in May. What's going on in your life, and how this energy may be helpful for you as you look forward to May. Okay, have a great month, and I will speak to you soon. Stella Wilde signing out.